Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. You're very welcome to the programme. And this evening we're continuing in AHOGHILL. And as you can see, we're at Trinity Presbyterian Church in AHOGHILL. And so there's a wee bit of history here that I'm going to talk you through. So the origins of this church actually go back to 1799, in which several disagreements in what's now known as Brookside Presbyterian caused about half the congregation to leave. Now, two of these issues were the 1798 rebellion and also disagreement over a new minister. So one half issued a call for the Reverend Carmichael and left with the intention of building a new church. And this resulted then in this church here being built in 1806. And then many years later, the church would become known as Trinity Presbyterian. Now, the stone above the door, which I'm going to show you, confirms that the church was built in 1806, rebuilt in 1840, and renovated in 1896. So I'll show you the stone here. Built AD 1806, rebuilt 1840, and renovated then in 1896. So the 1896 work was so extensive as to essentially really be a new construction. And so the basic church structure that you can see here today is the work of 1896. Now, Dr. Coville of Galgorm Castle, he was a Scottish Anglican clergyman, and he had bought Galgorm Castle in 1645, and he had actually bought it from Sir Faithful Fortescue. And I've done a few videos actually on Galgorm Castle. Now, a number of Presbyterian tenants worshipped in an old chapel not far from Galgorm Castle, and within their number were descendants of skilled craftsmen that the castle's Reverend Alexander Coville had previously employed to do internal work inside his castle, namely decorative and oak panelling work. But one of these families was the influential RAPHAELS, and that was one of the families that he used to do this work in Galgorm Castle. And some of their families are actually buried here in the graveyard, and I'm going to show you those. Now, William Raphael's eldest daughter, she married the Reverend Thomas Carmichael, whom I just mentioned, in 1798. So that's the church. And so I'm going to take you up, and I'm going to show you some of those grave slabs. You can see the snow on the ground here. And I don't think William's buried here. I think William's actually buried just down the road a wee bit, just a stone's throw away, in the really old churchyard, graveyard. So this is one of the families here, the Raphael, and of course they helped out with the renovation work carried out at Galgorm Castle. So this here is memory of Thomas Walker Raphael, Born the 26th of April 1825, died the 24th of January 1885. Also interred here, John Raphael. And when did he die? It's hard to make out. It's sort of faded. And erected by his friend of Montreal in Canada. I think that's erected by Frederick B. Matthews. So that's the Raphael family. They helped to decorate the inside, to renovate the inside of the castle, and that's more of the family there. Hard to make that out. You can maybe read that better on the video. I get a wee chance, I will have a read of it to see if I can make it out later. And then that one there, I don't know if I'll be able to make that one out at all. But it's a big connection here with Trinity Presbyterian Church, Galgorm Castle, and the Raphaels, who actually helped to renovate the castle. They're ancestors for the Reverend Dr. Alexander Coville of Galgorm Castle. So there's one more grave here I'm going to show you, and then we'll wrap this wee video up. This is another connection, it would seem, with the Raphaels, but also a connection with the surgery. If you remember the doctor's surgery that I mentioned earlier, and first the AHOGHILL Presbyterian Church, which is now a medical surgery, a medical clinic. But this says, in loving memory of Joseph, that's faded, Suffing Chestnut, medical doctor, 7th of July 1886, I think. And it says for 15 years, dispensary doctor in AHOGHILL. And also his wife, Mary Raphael. So his wife was called Mary Raphael, third daughter of the Reverend Frederick Buke, who fell asleep on the 12th of October 1836 in the 80th year of her age, and I can't make the other name out. Born 1879, died 1979. And then there's more information there at the bottom, so you can pause the video and have a wee read of that. So that's another connection there with the Raphaels, but also with Joseph, who was a medical doctor here for 15 years in AHOGHILL, and also then the Reverend Frederick Buke. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed that history. There's 3 Presbyterian churches in AHOGHILL. I'm actually preaching in one of them this Sunday, which is Brookside Presbyterian. So I'm looking forward to that. Half 11, I believe it is, the start time. So there you go. So thanks for watching, and God bless.